Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, February 27, 2025. There is no growth without public order and safety. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, is emphasizing that point as he again asserts the government's commitment to investing in the country's police infrastructure.
It takes cash to develop an effective law enforcement agency which can deal with the organized criminal in this country, who are heavily financed. They have money. They are smart, they have guns, and they will do anything to undermine the society, earn more money, and create chaos and kill our people.
Dr. Chang was speaking on Wednesday at the opening of the newly constructed Lacovia Police Station in St. Elizabeth. It's the latest to be built under the ministry's Project Rebuild, Overhaul and Construct. The station was constructed at a cost of approximately $200 million and has been equipped with state-of-the-art technology, improved working conditions for officers, and enhanced community spaces to foster better relationships between the police and residents. During the opening ceremony, the minister also addressed the matter of extrajudicial killings by the police. He asserts that reported figures of 50 fatal shootings do not equate to extrajudicial killings, but rather reflect the police's increased efforts to restore order in a society long plagued by ruthless criminals.
50 police shooting in that same police out there chasing down in the one man to shoot down somebody. It means the police is in a position to engage criminals, and if you have more engagement, you're going to have more shooting. If they surrender, they'll take them to the court.
Extrajudicial killings happen when someone in an official position deliberately kills a person without any legal process. The National Security Minister points out that while persons focus on the fatal shootings from criminals engaging the police, we must recognize and commend the positive results they are reaping in the fight against crime and violence in the country.
This month, at the rate they are going, you'll have the lowest number of murders in Jamaica for the last 25 years and more. The police officers are working. They're out there in the hot spots. They are monitoring areas.
The new National Correctional Services Policy, which addresses matters regarding improvements to state penal institutions and the welfare of incarcerated inmates, will soon be submitted to Cabinet. This was revealed by State Minister of National Security Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn during a compliance tour of the Richmond Farm Correctional Center in St. Mary on Thursday. She says the policy will ensure a coordinated and uniformed system across all correctional institutions.
I really just wanted to come to make sure that things are implemented as far as the policy is concerned, and I have to say that I'm pleased with what I've seen so far today as far as what is happening with the rehabilitation and reintegration, which is very important.
Minister Cuthbert-Flynn observed activities such as woodworking, farming, and literacy and numeracy spaces during her visit.
We want to make sure that when the inmates leave the facility, that they're able to go out into the world to make sure that they are, viable citizens.
The Richmond Farm Correctional Center is a medium security facility housing inmates nearing the end of their sentences. The Trade Board Limited has launched its Export Academy to further foster Jamaica's export-led economic growth and strengthen the country's position in international trade. It was launched on Tuesday at the S Hotel in Kingston.
The platform is accessible free of cost to all registrants, making it an inclusive, invaluable resource for anyone looking to expand their horizon and succeed in international trade.
The comprehensive digital learning platform seeks to equip existing and potential exporters with the necessary skills, tools, and knowledge to successfully navigate and access international markets. Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, under which the Trade Board falls, Senator Aubin Hill, says the goal is to achieve a positive trade balance.
To improve our trade balance and secure long-term prosperity, we must make exporting a national imperative. We will not get rich selling to under 3 million people that have a per capita GDP of less than $7,000 and believe we're going to get rich. The Export Academy is your free partner your free bridge to new markets, your path to global achievement.
The Trade Board's Export Academy is now available on the Export Jamaica site to a diverse range of users, from entrepreneurs and small business owners to larger enterprises seeking to expand their global footprint. A monument is being constructed in honor of the victims of the Kendal train crash of 1957. It is anticipated that the process will be completed by September 1 for the 68th anniversary of the rail mishap, which claimed over 170 lives. The long-awaited symbolic memorial is being facilitated through a memorandum of understanding between the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport and the Manchester Municipal Corporation. This was signed last Friday with funding of $7.9 million being provided by the ministry. Portfolio Minister Olivia Grange and other stakeholders all welcomed the plan and say the monument will be a sacred space where persons can go to pay homage to those who suffered and died in the horrific incident.
Good governance requires us to promote rituals of memory in circumstances such as the Kendal disaster. So we will never forget those who died, were injured, and scarred for life. Those who survived, and a whole nation that mourned when dawn came the following day and news of the incident spread.
We are very pleased that we will be able to have a pilgrimage there now to this spot. And we at St. Anne's are very pleased about this.
We are not merely building a structure. We are cementing a legacy of remembrance, honoring those who perish and offering a place of solace for the surviving families and their future generation.
Minister Grange says the JNHT will be mounting a storyboard prior to the completion of the monument to tell the story and display the design. In addition, the National Library will receive a copy of the design and all the documentation facilitating the process of the monument. In the future, a memorial park and museum will also be established at the site. The Kendal rail tragedy is described as the worst disaster in the history of Jamaica's railway operations. Last year, upon request by Minister Grange, the Governor-General proclaimed the first day of September each year as the National Day of Remembrance of the Victims and Survivors. And finally, the National Water Commission (NWC) is extending targeted beneficiaries under its amnesty to include persons with disabilities. Through this amnesty, the NWC will write off the debt and waive reconnection fees for persons who have been disconnected for 2 years or more due to unpaid water bills, as well as pensioners and eligible PATH beneficiaries with outstanding debts. During Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing, the Ministers of Labour and Social Security and Economic Growth and Job Creation announced that it would now also include persons with disabilities or their verified caregivers.
This action aligns with Jamaica's commitment to the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, particularly Article 3 and 28, which emphasize the rights of persons with disabilities to an adequate standard of living.
Minister Matthew Samuda reports that since the amnesty's commencement in January, over 10,000 persons are seeking to benefit, with 600 customers so far reconnected and a further 2,489 approved for reconnection. He adds that the NWC has generated $98.9 million in additional revenue because of the amnesty.
This expansion is good for Jamaica, good for the National Water Commission, and of course due to the disabled community as we show what a caring government does.
The minister says the NWC is open to the possibility of extending the 3-month program, which is scheduled to close at the end of March, should these new beneficiaries need it. Those seeking to benefit from the amnesty must register with the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.